What's up, everyone? Today we're going to be adding some spikes to our planter today. This is what we'll be doing. We're going to be putting more spikes on right now. This planter is set at 24 inches right now. We're going to try and get it set to 12 inches because we are going to be planting some experimental watermelons to try and create a new variety of watermelon. So we have a seed company that is growing the watermelons here, so we're going to obviously take care of all the planting and everything, and they're gonna do the crossbreeding of them. All right, so we have our little box right here that has our nuts and bolts in it, and then all the different size spikes. So we have to go through and find the right spikes to match up with the ones on the wheel right there. All right, we got all our spikes right now because right now we have 5 spikes on the wheel, and so we need to cut the spacing in half. So we need to add another 5 spikes onto it. So we got our other 5 spikes right here, and we had to make sure we didn't grab ones that were too big, because in the box we have some that are a lot bigger. So we need to make sure we don't put those ones on, because then the puncture hole in the plastic will be a lot bigger. All right, we just got done adding the extra spikes to the planter. So just got a tape measure real quick, and we're gonna come measure the distance between each spike to see if it's roughly the same distance between. It should be anywhere from at least 12 to 14 inches what we need. All right, we're all done with the spike, setting up the spike. So we have all 10 spikes on here now. Before it was at 5, so now it's at 10. And so now we're just waiting for our dad to get back. And he went to the nursery right now because for some reason in our second planting a good chunk of our watermelons for some reason died. We don't know why they died really. We've never had that problem. So he went to the nursery to get a couple more trays, and we're gonna go back out there right now to the field, and we're gonna go transplant those so we don't have a big gap in our rows. All right, we are irrigating the carrots right now for the chemical company. We got the sprinklers running. They're going to be irrigated for a couple hours, and right here you can see that the tomatoes are already past the first line to begin to start forming them. I showed these in I believe 2 videos ago now, which has only been a few days since we recorded that.
Okay, it's Jesse. I'm gonna go over to our big tire that we have. Listen, it's good to stay in shape when you're a farmer, because working out in the fields can get very tiring. I'm gonna show you guys what we can do for a workout here. This tire weighs, I have no clue what it weighs, but I'm supposed to flip it. Yeah, that's my workout for the day, guys. I think I'm good. That's too much.
All right, our dad just got back with the watermelon, so now we're gonna go check them out and go out to the field and transplant them.
Here is the transplants right here that we just got. It's a Jubilee watermelon, which they can grow up to 200 pounds, correct? Right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so they can grow up to 200-pound guys. They can grow very big watermelons, and these transplants are kind of older, and they have flowers on them, you guys can see, and we have to take them off. We have to pick each one off, because if we have them on before we plant them, they will not grow any watermelon. So we need to make sure we take all of these flowers off the transplants to make sure that they have fruit once they get transplanted. Okay, everyone, we just got out into the fields. We're gonna transplant our second planting with the watermelons that we just got, which are the Jubilees and Sentinel, which are both seeded watermelons. These are the Jubilees right here, and these are the ones that we had to take the flowers off of, that we already took all of them off, hopefully. The reason we take off the flowers off the transplants is because those flowers are useless on this, because they haven't got pollinated yet. So if we plant them, they would just grow plants and no fruit. So we take off the flowers so they can grow new flowers, and then those ones will be pollinated, so then the plant itself will be able to grow fruit. the Jubilees, I said they can grow up to 200-pound watermelons. That's if you know, on the runner part, you cut off like certain runners. Like there's going to be multiple runners. You have to cut off the fruit, so there's only like 1 or 2 melons on it. So then once you grow only like 1 or 2 melons on the one plant, then they can grow up to possibly 200-pound watermelons. But we're not going to do that with the Jubilees. We're going to just let them grow out. So we're probably going to get 30 to 50-pound watermelons on all of our Jubilee transplants.
All right, we're gonna walk this section of our field real quick first. This section shouldn't have too many that are dead. We didn't see too many that were dead in this one. The ones that we've seen that were, a lot of them have died, is on the other side of the main line. So once we get over there, I'll show you guys how all the watermelons, they look when they're dead. You'll see a lot of spaces in between. So once we get over there, I'll show you guys. All right, so when we come out here and do this by hand, we just obviously find the dead plant, pull it out, and just kind of loosen up the dirt a little bit and grab a new plant and replant it. It's basically the same thing as when we're planting on the planter, but obviously it just takes a lot more time and you just have to walk. All right, we're on the other side of the main line right now, where the section where we've seen where there was a lot of them dead. See right here, all of these plants right here have died. And then even on this side of the row right here, this section is all dead. And it goes all the way, pretty much all the way down to the end of the row. There's only 3 plants that I see alive on this side of the row. And then over here is every other plant. It looks like it's dead. And these last 7 rows right here is where it seems like a lot of them are dead. So we have used about half a tray each so far on these 4 rows. And so we have another 2 more trays that we're probably going to end up using all of them. I got a little less than half a tray left right now, and this section right here, I just planted 41 plants that were dead, and only 74 plants fit in this section. So I planted over half right here, so half the plants right here in this section were dead. We still have a lot of dead plants right here in these rows, but we're gonna end up running out of plants. So whatever we plant extra is a plus, I guess. We're not going to go get any more plants after this. Alright, we just finished up transplanting the 4 trays of watermelon we got. And so we only did half the field from the main line to this side right here. And we finished all of the 4 trays, and usually we only have maybe 15 to 20 plants dead in a whole row between the 2 rows, and between the 2 rows down there I had 40 of them just in the one little section. So obviously we have a lot of them that died. And a few years ago, before we got our planter, we used to plant all our plants by hand, how we were doing it right now. So back then we would have to hire about 20 to 25 people to finish a whole field within about 2 days. But now, since we have the planter, we only need 4 people, and we can get the same amount done in about a day.
Okay everyone, my brother and I are back at the barns, and we are done for the day, I believe. But before we go, my brother and I are always really competitive about stuff, and we always like competing. And so we're gonna compete in rock, paper, scissors, shoot for 10 push-ups just to see who'd win. We compete in pretty much anything, working, anything you can compete in, we compete in. So we're gonna see who wins and go. Ready? You ready? 1. Oh, I messed up. 1-1. 2-1. You lose. Push-ups. I typically win in everything anyways. Look at that. Yeah, my older brother always loses. He's 20, about to turn 21, but I still beat him at everything. Look at that. That's the face of a loser. Okay, everyone, it is the end of our day today, and just remember to subscribe. Hopefully we have 100 subscribers before this video comes out, and as soon as we get 100 subscribers, we'll start to get drone clips into our videos. Because little secret, guys, we actually already ordered a drone. We already got it. We already tested it around and got some clips, but we're not gonna put any drone clips into our videos yet until we get 100 subscribers. So tell your friends, tell your family to subscribe. You subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and like, comment down below what we can do better and what you guys like to see. See you next time.